Welcome to the McCat Multimedia Series, a McCat analysis of Viržinիա Վուլֆ's A Room of One's Own. A woman must have money and a room of her own if she is to write fiction. That famous line, written by the British novelist Viržinիա Վուլֆ, tackled head-on the question of why men, rather than women, had authored a large proportion of the greatest works of literature. Writing in 1929, Woolf argued that the future of women's participation in art and literature depended on altering deeply entrenched ideas about their capabilities and suitable aspirations. Her essay, A Room of One's Own, spoke of education as the key to women's emancipation. Woolf thought education could provide women with a voice they could use to contribute to culture, and sought to highlight the discrepancies between what men and women can hope to achieve in a patriarchal society. The central idea of her essay was that women have not been given the space in which to think, read, and develop as intellectuals. Excluded for centuries from participation in public life and rendered dependent on men for financial security, she noted, women have historically lacked both the material means and the legal freedom to voice their own ideas. Woolf illustrates her point by inventing a fictional female character, Shakespeare's sister, Judith. In contrast to her brother William, Judith does not have the opportunity to go to school, nor is she encouraged in her efforts to read or write. Instead, she finds herself trapped in the home where she is actively discouraged from pursuing creative goals. Predictably, Judith never writes down her thoughts, so her ideas go unexpressed to be lost in history. Woolf's essay suggests that William Shakespeare's success was not solely the product of his talent. He was offered opportunities to explore and expand his creative calling by participating in education and public life, and the chance of earning a living as a professional writer. Woolf saw all of these factors vital to Shakespeare's success. Had he been born a woman, he would not have had the opportunity to write, and we as a culture would have missed out on a great deal of poetry, plays, and influence. Judith Shakespeare was created by Woolf as a metaphor. She shows the displacement of women from literature and the arts, from public life and culture. The silencing of her character serves to remind readers of the limitations that society has historically placed on women. But we are invited to wonder how many literary greats might have been if only aspiring women writers had been granted the same chances as their male counterparts. Today, Woolf's essay is still studied as a foundational contribution to modern feminist thought. A more detailed examination of her ideas can be found in the McCat analysis.